Welcome back. We've got the dudes versus the Exodia stack, right? Did they swap sides? They did. Okay, cool. So dudes versus Exodia stack, map number 1 in our second semifinal matchup for Murky Cup Qualifier number 5. Hope you're all having a wonderful day. Thanks for being here. Be sure to subscribe to the stream and follow. If you're watching on YouTube, be sure to like and subscribe so we can grow the YouTube channel. That pretty much have stagnated. I'm about to give up on YouTube because it's just a lot of extra work with nothing to really be gained off of it. But either way, we got bounties as we are here in the semifinals. So talk about bounties as we see them. Heroes can only be picked and played once. But let's get into the bans. The map bans were Exodia stack banning out Cursed Hollow and Battlefield of Eternity. The dudes banning out Special, which is Haunted Mines, Haunted Mines, Blackheart's Bay, and Warhead Junction. And Infernal Shrines was banned away as well by the dudes. So we're going to be heading to Garden of Terror. First pick going over to the side of the dudes. But yes, the case that I had, they did the whole thing where they go through the entire courtroom with all the jury potential members. They interviewed all of us. Like, you stood up, you said how long you lived in Tahoe, what you do for your profession, and do you trust cops, I think is one of the questions. Something like that. So I gave my truthful answers, Lived here a couple years, from Detroit originally. I think you had to say your origin point if you weren't from Tahoe. So I ended up getting picked into the jury, and the case was essentially there was 2 dudes leaving the library from warming hours, and there was one guy, the one who was on trial, apparently assaulted those other 2 guys. Well, they got into a fight, and then this is the big critical thing. The dude who fought those 2 guys knocked them both down and then walked away. So at first it was self-defense. It was okay because the 2 dudes were taking swings at the other guy and he was defending himself. This is where it became assault from him because he walked away and then came back and re-engaged. But when we were deliberating, it was a clear freaking cut case if you paid attention. But most of the jury members didn't. So we were in deliberation and we ended up being there for most of the day. And quite literally, there was a guy who he was agreeing, we did one vote and we didn't get everyone voted to yes for a guilty verdict. And then, but he voted yes the first 2 times. And then when we did a vote after lunch, he voted no. And I was like, dude, why? Why are you voting no all of a sudden? And he goes, well, I just think that it's like a long sentencing. And I was like, the judge literally told us not to look up on our phones the sentence duration and what blah, 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 blah. Our job is to look at the facts black and white. Did he assault them? Yes or no? So I was literally yelling at this guy, and I remember there was a Hispanic guy next to me, and he was just like covering his mouth trying not to laugh. So anyways, we did reach a guilty verdict. He was guilty. It was very cut and dry, but it wasn't until we literally got the stenographer to read back the section about him coming back and fighting them, and then we had to read to everyone else in the jury room the definition of self-protection versus assault. So it was a fucking nightmare, but it was my civil service and I did it. We got ourselves a Blaze Hogger Genji banned away. We got a Dahaka Lucio something to be banned away. Abathur. Left-hand side for the dudes, we'll pick up the Sylvanas Diablo Brightwing. We got a Yrel Jahan on the right. I got a letter about jury duty when I was moved out of the UK, but I haven't lived there for 5 years. I wasn't allowed to participate. Interesting. Bahamut Thirst Trap TikTok? No one's interested in me. My entire love life can be summed up in one audio clip.
Miss.
Yrel, Johanna, Malfurion, Sergeant Hammer. Okay, so they'll flex this last pick. They could go for more control around the hammer. They could look for some artillery on top of the hammer, like a Chromie to zone people back. But I feel like it might be more of an auto attacker. Granted, the Malfurion kind of leads me to believe that a mage would be working out really good. So you can get the innervate value. Sylvanas, Diablo, Brightwing. They still use Solo Laner and something to grab camps. So 2 bounty. Bounty for the dudes, potentially. I believe Gazlo is a bounty. Give me 2 seconds here. I got the bounty list right here. Gazlo is a bounty. It is indeed. All right, we'll see if they can claim it as the last pick on the right-hand side. How are they going to deal with the Robo-Goblin of Gazlo? Do they still want that? Artillery. I mean, there's a lot of range to poke at Hammer. I feel like they need something to close the distance, but Medivh does not sound good here. I mean, Dino's got a good Zagara. Like, I'm not doubting Dino. I'm just like, I'm so shaky on the Zagara. But at the same time, we got a Gazlowe as well. So let's see how it all works out. Let's start up a prediction. I had jury duty summons once, like 3 weeks before I was going to Michigan. I got the letter, like, maybe it was like 4 weeks before I was going, like, I had a trip planned, and I got the summons, and I was freaking out, and then I was like, wait a minute, I can just call them. So I did. I got a new summons, and then I haven't been called in since that one jury duty. I've gotten summons, but I've never had the actual, whatchamacallit, like, you call the number the night before, and they're like, you are not, your services are not requested. Bad Benny on the side of Exodia stack will be playing Johanna. We got a Copen, Yrel, Yasu, Malfury, and Hazu Obs on Sergeant Hammer, and Dino will be playing the Zagara. Left side of the map is going to be the dudes. We've got Svampgrada playing a Gazlowe, Banana Brightwing. Cesabus will be your Sylvanas. Gaff on the Diablo, and Blood will be your Hanzo. Level 1's at the bottom of your screen as we get into mid lane. Sorry about that, my mouse did something weird there. Bonked onto my stream deck. TikTok loves bearded men standing next to big old trees. Well, I don't know what to say to that, honestly. I got nothing really to say. It's just, as I said in Discord, I haven't believed in myself in a little bit here, so we'll see if we can ever win back that belief. Brightwing phase shift denied by the condemn of Johanna in mid lane. Banana was about to phase shift. I did see the little pixie, the little dust coming down from Brightwing. There you go. The shimmer, if you will. But it only puts it on a 10-second, if I'm not mistaken. Minions dying around will speed that up even faster. Level 1's 10 stacks for the Hanzo on his Symbol Geometry. Overpowered, but no Shadow Charge, as the Iron Skin will be activated by the Johanna. 2,000 big ones on the team that never loses. Yeah. Never loses, yep. Never loses. Ooh, about that. Oh, nice Righteous Hammer from Copen. Hammer setting up over here. Actually just going to be starting to move away. Zagara versus Gazlowe in top lane. We'll see how this all unfolds. Baneling Barrage coming in. Diablo. Nice Shadow Charge into the Polymorph. Overpower. And Gazlowe with a wonderful, absolutely wonderful Explodium Charge sets up the kill. Now Yrel does zone this Sylvanas off of her camp that she was grabbing, so camp experience stolen away by the enemies. Heals, little Moonfire. Scatter's poking out as well. Shield Glare, that's a nice phase shift, as well as the Soothing Mist activated. Gaff is not gonna go down. A little Fire Stomp thrown out. Nobody will take your points. Yep. It's like when Kaimo literally asked, does anyone want to sub, and Twitch chat is absolutely quiet. Kaimo's like, hey, I'd like to support the stream. Does anyone want to sub? And no one says anything. It's like, all right, well, no one wants to sub, I guess. That's the end of that. Good initiation from Diablo. A route to go down to create some space for Hammer to boost away with the help of Yrel. And Zagara continues to try and pressure top lane. And she's actually doing a great job of that. Getting some Banelings in, Roaches, etc. camp on the right-hand side is going to be grabbed. See Dino Hearthing up for full. A Shadow Charge onto Sergeant Hammer, but another root from Malfurion. Righteous Hammer from Urel. Phase Shift from Brightwing does come through. Banana with the Soothing Mist activation! And Critical Miss level 7 wasn't taken for the extra heal. Dream Shot was taken at level 4. But Brightwing does go down. It's 1-1 in kills for both sides. Exodia stack leading here in map number 1 of this semifinal matchup. So what gets going here in top lane? Is it going to be the entire destruction of the fort? Nice root onto Gaslow as he's able to back away the Phase Shift from Brightwing. I don't think the punishment got the denial of healing. It did look like it fully went out, or it fully expired or lapsed before the Phase Shift came through. Dream Shot offering up a little bit of an opportunity for Brightwing to poke at the Sergeant Hammer and get that trait to kick in more often. If you don't know Brightwing trait with the Arcane Flare, so is the activate to remove all stuns, roots, and slows effects and silence effects on nearby ally heroes, but also passively, Brightwing heals nearby enemy heroes every 151 seconds for 151 healing for every 4 seconds. But if a hero is hit with the center of Soothing Mist if the hero is hit by the center of Arcane Flare, Soothing Mist passive heal instantly activates. Flub my way through that one, I apologize. Looks like Zagara and Gaslow be traded in top lane. And Hanzo with the channel here on the bottom left. It will be first seed over the members of the dudes. Hover Siege is a mistake. Alright, Diablo wants to pressure onto Hazuabs, gets the Concussive Blast, looks for Urel. The Phase Shift from Brightwing does come through as the BFG is rocketed out by Sergeant Hammer. Hazuabs overpowered, activates level 7 right there. Shadow Charge into the wall. Sacrificial Soul was picked up at level 4. So Diablo getting some armor from that, as well as 10 souls. Post level 10, he's got the reduced soul consumption. And let's talk about those heroics, because we only saw the BFG. We've got Ardent Defender, Nidus Network, that's a bounty. We got Tranquility from Malfurion and Blessed Shield Johanna. Left side, a Lightning Breath, a Dragon's Arrow, Blink Heal, and Sylvanas and Gaslow holding. Wailing Arrow and Black Hole. I mean, that synergy sounds good to me. There's the Wailing Arrow. I mean, Robo Goblin's great as well. I mean, it's a self-cleanse, you get extra damage. Robo Goblin also can get insanely good 1v1 action. Up against the Zagara wouldn't be too bad. But I feel like it's going to be Gravel Bomb, and it is. Gravel Bomb 3000. So we'll see a Pulse, Silence, maybe a Dragon's Arrow in there as well for some extra CC. What's the initial stun? Doesn't really say. I mean, deals 339 damage. Basic abilities deal 30% more damage for 5 seconds after casting it. But it doesn't say like that. I guess it's after 1.5 seconds delay, pull enemies towards the center. I guess, okay. I don't know how long that center pull actually stuns them out for. Could be a 0.25, maybe a half a second stun. Kind of like a Muradin mini stun off of his level 7. Second seed available. Gaslow's going to bottom lane. That's a Blessed Shield. BFG coming through. Gap trying to use Urel to back away. Shield Glare's not enough to take him down. And Dino gets the channel on the objective, spreading some creep around this top area. Hanzo. Blood was trying to get a scatter to kind of jump down here and maybe bounce into the Zagara, but the angle does not work out. Wailing Arrow to start this out. There's an overpowered Lightning Breath. Beautiful activation from Gaffas. Hanzo gets an insanely good scatter onto the Malfurion right there. What is... I want to see the Malfurion, like, how much damage went into him, but I think we might have another fight breaking out in top lane. So, Condemn from the Johanna. Bad Benny getting a little bit low. Has to tap the well. Or maybe precautionary tap of the well. Alright, Give me 1 second here. I want to see this. Oh my god. Look at that scatter damage. Good scatter damage coming out right there. Overpower, Shadow Charge, Polymorph into a pig. Bad Benny gets the Iron Skin, throws out the Blessed Shield. Sergeant Hammer's here. Oh, Brightwing Phase Shift will not be able to channel in time. Pixie Dust onto Gaff. Is that the speed boost Pixie? Yeah, Pixie Boost. Baneling's going in right now. Decent damage onto the fort in top lane.
Red team has destroyed a fort.
And I'm completely out of tea. Dang. Alright. Need to go get some tea after this game. Our third best of 3 of the day here in Murky Cup Qualifier number 5. Hope you're all having a great day and enjoying the game so far. Getting you through the workday a little bit faster, maybe. Phase Shift from Brightwing. A little bit of healing denial by 35%. Avenging Wrath. A little bit of slow. And a third seed picked up, but I think Gaslow got that? Not 100% sure, but either way. 1 to 2 in seeds. Favoring the side of Exodia stack. Where is the next seed spawn location? Top left. Exodia stack can give this, but then it will be 2 to 2, and, well, then it'll be a big contest over the next. But it's very close. Game number 1 in this best of 3. 4 to 3 in kills. About a quarter level difference between the two sides. No talent tier advantage, but, oh, Bad Benny. A shield available, rockets it right into Diablo. He's trying to get away here. Phase Shift from Brightwing. It ain't happening this time, and Diablo's souls will be consumed. Our next seed top left, but Diablo's souls, as I mentioned, were consumed, so he's already back on the map. Camp and top lane pushing against the side of Exodia stack. Bottom lane being cleared out by Irels, so mid and bottom pushing in for Exodia stack. We'll also have 16 talent tier a little bit faster. Even faster, I guess you could say, because of that Diablo kill. Unfortunately, did not clear out that bit of creep right there. Some Widow Mines thrown to the bush, a little bit of hammer poke. Fighter Stomp does fun and clear out that one. Gaslow gets the laser on the other.
Gather that seed for me.
Good Fire Stomp from Diablo, but keep in mind, no Soul to Flame. We went into the Sacrificial Soul level 4. Sergeant Hammer looks to just kind of roll away. Zagara in top lane, clearing out the camp that was grabbed. 16 talent here about to come through. Brightwing will get that for the team in bottom lane. Checking if she's got Phase Shift. Absolutely. It's going to be Hush level 20, or level 16, which makes sense, honestly. Extended range from level 4. Hush able to get that silence. But also keep in mind, it's also a damage reducer, too. So additionally, the target that's hit with the center of the Arcane Flare deals 25% less damage for 3 seconds, on top of being silenced for 1. Okay, Sylvanas gets the channel. I think Copen was maybe trying to poke here, but it's going to be absolutely beaten up for it. Dragon's Arrow, BFG is going to be answered right back into Hanzo from the Sergeant Hammer. Oh, wait, hold on. Gravo, good Explodium Charge. Actually, the Explodium Charge was a little too early there. I don't think it got the extra stun he was hoping for. And Zagara does go down. The mid lane fort will fall. Oh, good Shadow Charge from Gaff, creating some space for the Gazlo to get behind the gate. But Diablo finishes out his souls and immediately will consume them to respawn. Wait. No, what? I thought wait. Oh, no, he finished out Devastating Charge. I thought he got okay, anyways. Purplish background with a little red thing in the middle. Yeah. I was about to be so confused. Like, wait a second, how? And then I realized 77, not 75. So, our Siege should be spawning Garden Terrace for Exodia stack. Unless Hanzo wants to rip an arrow across the map for a singular delay. And hopefully not hit someone along the way. But yeah, I don't think you want to waste a 90-second cooldown just for one potential delay across the map. So Garden Terrace pushing out. Exodia stack still has all forts available. As this Garden Terrace slaps its way through this top lane. Over and bottom right now. Some shield glares from Johanna coming out. Zagara offering up a bunch of Banelings. Garden Terror slaps will be enough through bottom right now. Just to take down the keep front gate. Diablo trying to wiggle his way. Overgrowth plant cleared out immediately. Let's see, mid lane still getting pummeled here, but Sylvanas is gonna make quick work of that. So it's one keep guaranteed to go down via bottom lane. Objective phase will expire here. Half a level to go for 20 on the right-hand side for Exodia stack. 5 to 7 in kills, but Exodia stack, they've gotten more camps, they've gotten more, well, a couple kills, but it's not, I don't think the kills are the main reason for this, right? Yeah. Kills are about 2k more experience, but then you have another 2k from mercenaries. Down by minions, but then look at the passive experience gain, up by about 4,000. Look at the structure experience gain, up by another 2,000 plus. So overall, it's going to be almost a 10k difference between these two teams. Let's actually round. That's actually not as close. It's more like an 8k difference. You can see how we're having this level and some change lead for the right hand side. Sonic Arrow going out onto Sergeant Hammer, who's going to continue to rain in shells through the mid lane keep. Some lasers going out from Gazlo as well. Shield Glare from the Johanna. Fire Stomps from Diablo. Hammer still putting in damage right now into the fort. The keep does go down through mid. Brightwing, by the way, is just like, maybe I'll like split push top lane, chat. Maybe, team, I'll just go ahead and split push top lane. BFG to try and get the delay. Zagara, Nidus Network popping out of top. But no, she will not be taken down. Brightwing will not be delayed. She won't be picked off. And looks like they're going to try and clear out some of this creep. They're going to find the Nidus over here. That's gone. This can be given away. Get 20 talent tier. But it's looking dire right now for the side of the dudes.
A seed has sprouted. Best not fight over it, hmm?
What's going on top? Okay, there's just a big push. Okay. So 20s on both sides. So you have the Ultra Capacitors, Seraphim, Pack Instincts, as well as the Serenity and Radiating Faith. On the opposing side, Hellgate, Bolt of the Storm, Bullseye, Blink heal upgrade with the Invisible Friends, and the Bomb Toss for Gazlo. You don't think you've ever seen the SCV skin for Gazlo? But this one's been around since when they had the StarCraft event, I believe. I think he got this when they released Braxis and Warhead. Maybe a little bit after that.
Prepare to gather it.
But I want to say it was around then. So camp grabbed, cleared away. Seed is up and available on the left-hand side. Technically, this could be given away by the dudes. If they don't like the angle, if they don't like the fight, they can give this away. Granted, though, it's on their side of the map. But also, granted, they don't have a fort or anything to retreat to. Johanna's going to be discovered here. Bad Benny trying to get away, and that's going to be a Lightning Breath activated by the Diablo. The Dragon's Arrow from Hanzo cleansed away, but it does get CC onto 2. Hellgate in from Diablo. Phase Shift from Brightwing. They're going in for it. They want multiple kills off of this, as well as that objective phase to push in. But it's going to be top and mid really far back by the core. Bottom lane is probably the best advantage the members of the dudes have, dude. Find some value on the map right now. And looking really quickly. Hold on one second. Wait, the fight breaks out again. Diablo's so very low. Lands the Shadow Charge, gets 40 armor, and a heal from Brightwing. Black Arrows from Sylvanas are available if she wants to utilize those for maybe the push into the keep or something when this expires. Try and get a keep down through bottom lane. Phase Shift from Brightwing again onto Diablo. Peekaboo to provide some vision. But no one around here to grab and manipulate their position from Diablo. This is going to be your Garden Terror in bottom confirming the fort. So, Garden Terror mid, still around 75%. Garden Terror in top, still around 75%. Will confirm the fort. So it's looking like a triple fort phase for the side. Oh, wait, hold on. Bomb toss and all of that. And Hazuabs gets stunned out a bit. Swamp Grata in a really awkward spot, trying to get over to Sylvanas. Avenging Wrath from Urel. And she pops the Seraphim, avoiding the Garden Terror stun, and does not get taken down. God, man. Overgrowth plant is here. No fort in mid to be actually taken down here, so it is only a double fort phase for the left-hand side. The dudes look to back away. Not a ton of value. I mean, well, some decent value. Let's be honest here. Top and mid get pushed in, or top and bottom get pushed in. Mid gets pushed back. Diablo's got that fire stomp out. Zagara starting the camp. Another fire stomp here. Pokes in from Hanzo with his storm bow. Brightwing in mid. Not sure if she has phase shift available. Also, we do have a... she does have it, but we still have a dead Gazlowe for 2 seconds, so not wanting to take a 4v5 here. Baneling's thrown out. Scatters from Hanzo. Condemned from Johanna. The Haunting Wave goes in. Avenging Wrath onto this Diablo as he's going to be fine for the time being. Nice Hellgate in from Diablo, trying to close the distance on Hammer really quickly, but doesn't have the time to do it. As now those bomb tosses are going out. They're creating a little bit of space, but Diablo's so very low! And Brightwing Diablo do fall. Souls consumed. Diablo's going to be back in a moment here, as the top lane fort is going to be removed. Ooh, good Shadow Charge in. Bad Benny low. Hanzo gets the kill. Sylvanas with the Bolt of the Storm. I think she's dead. Dragon's there to create a little bit more space. And Zagara's actually the one to go down here. It's a double kill for the side of the dudes. They only lose their Brightwing and a top lane keep. All structures have been removed on the left-hand side.
There's my precious seed. Go and get it, would you?
All right. It's not looking too bad for Exodia stack. Good invade coming out from the dudes. Let's see. I mean, they literally could have gone for those other 2 camps, but I like this invade idea. I really do like this. Build back some momentum, push back the waves. Brightwing's going to go manage bottom. She'll have phase shift to jump in. First seed on the left-hand side. Or I guess on the dead center of the map.
Blue team's call
Top center.
is under siege. Blue team
Catapults? Oh, wait, they're Brightwing? She's going to leave a couple catapults behind. The minion wave is spawning, but these catapults are going to find some fantastic damage. I mean, we're 21 minutes in. I don't know how I feel about that phase shift, I'm going to be honest. Gazlowe's back at Hall. 61%, man. I don't know if that was really worth it. I mean, hindsight's obviously 2020 when we're looking at all this, but the dudes tried to make a play happen, but it no, not at all. Gone, dead. It is what it is. All right, so bottom lane, Bruiser camp coming through. Diablo gets a fire stomp, gets the dismount with a bless you from the Johanna, the Avenging Wrath in from Yrel. Diablo has to Hellgate away, the BFG not connecting, the blunt force gun. But I don't think it would have taken down the Diablo there. He was still fairly healthy. Teammates are not far behind. Well, it's a 1 to 1.09 payout for the Exodia believers. You and the business call it easy money. Alright, so seed grab. Sylvanas was gonna Hearth, but it looks like she's not. Brightwing did go back to the Hall of Storms, or I think she just respawned actually, so gonna clear out top lane with the help of Sylvanas. There's a Nidus over here as well. I don't know if Sylvanas is gonna go and clear that out. Double Haunting Wave. Quickly get some damage on the catapult, which gets a dismount as Gazlowe's trying to get out of here. Bomb toss level 20 is quite annoying for the enemy team. A lot of zoning tool, a lot of wiggling needed to be done. Has anyone picked Murky yet? Today, no. This past Saturday, yes. The previous Wednesday, yes. But not today. Not yet today. So more creep tumor being, or more Nidus networks being cleared away by Sylvanas. Mid lane hovered up by Sergeant Hammer. There's that arcane flare as I was mentioning with that Hush and Dream Shot for the extra range. Hellgate in, Concussive Blast back. Gaff getting low here, activates Lightning Breath, but Zagara has the damage needed. Fascia from Brightwing will not be fast enough. The Dragon's Arrow from Hanzo does put a pause in this engagement, but it does look like Exodia Stack are going to be moving on towards core. Exodia Stack move up towards core, and this is looking like it's going to be GG's for map number 1 in this best of 3 series for the Dudes versus Exodia Stack. Zagara level 7 Bile Drop is completed. Corpse Feeder upgrade on that one. BFG from Hammer takes down the Brightwing on the south side of our screen, and that is going to be map number 1. Garden of Terror going over the side of Exodia Stack. The Dudes showed signs of life, but they were quickly snuffed out with a pillow by Exodia Stack. Just, shh, go to sleep. Yo, Stark, what's up, bud? Happy Wednesday to you. Hope you're doing good. I forget the names of the. It's like the Path of Sorrows or whatever. Oh, what's the name of that? What's the name of that? But welcome back, Murky Cup. Blah blah blah. You know the deal. You know why you're here. You love Bandit. Orders. I ordered. So this Friday, the Slow Regard of Silent Things will show up, and then next Friday, the 30th, the Narrow Road Between Desires will show up. They're shorter books, so I think I'll go through them fast, but I wanted to grab 2 books before, I was going to kind of reread a little bit of the Southern Reach trilogy, because the Jeff Vandermeer has a 4th book coming out in late October, so I'm really excited about that, because I love the Southern Reach trilogy so much. The Slow Regard of... Yeah. Here's some tea. I hear the next Dark Souls is going straight to VRT. Ugh, no. Liza T. I want to know something about... I want to know about Liza P sequel. Maybe we'll get something during the Game Awards in December, but yeah. Bandit indeed. Ugh, I didn't sleep much last night. I got up at 5 a.m. today for physical therapy. Did physical therapy. Feeling good. There's a positive in that. Took a shower, all that stuff. Ate some breakfast. Ate first breakfast, and then I went to physical therapy, came back, walked Bandit immediately, made second breakfast, and now we're here. But as I said, I don't think I slept much of it all last night. I'm pretty sure I started the ceiling 90% of the evening. You know when you can feel the sleepiness? I didn't feel that at all. Like, I never had any eye tiredness. I didn't wake up in the middle of the... I didn't wake up and be like, I'm thirsty like I usually am. No, I just was... Time passed and all of a sudden my alarm went off and I was like, okay, we do this again. Here we go. Here comes a new day. Rhaegar Muradin on the left-hand side will be banned away for Tomb of the Spider Queen. We've got Blaze Hogger on the right. Lucio first picked on the left. Is it related to the Southern Reach, the 4th book? Yes. Yeah, it's literally it's marketed as the 4th book in the Southern Reach trilogy, which, as I keep saying, I don't want to spoil this for anyone in chat because I know there was someone who was just starting to read this series. I don't know what they're gonna. I don't know what Jeff Vandermeer is gonna have in the 4th book because a lot of the things that were answered. So. Might still be early for that one. I wouldn't be surprised if the game is 2026, to be honest, but they might have it out earlier. Oh, really? When did Liza P come out? 2022? 2022? We go again. That's the mantra, Stark. We go again. Today's a new day to try. Don't ban Cho'Gall. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Just don't. Just don't. Thank you. Thank you. Have the dudes done a Cho'Gall yet? The dudes. Hunt, Illidan, Asmodan, Murky, Monstrosity, Abathur, Butcher, Probius, Stitches, Alexstrasza, Kael'Thuzad, Convection, Kael'Thas, and Li Chen. The dudes currently have 12 total bounties, Murky counting for 3. Exodia stack has done Nova, Monstrosity, Abathur, Triple Healer Team, Juice Pirates, and Longboat Raid Vikings. Both teams can go into Cho'Gall if they want. Varian could technically pick up Twin Blades, but I doubt it if it is actually Bad Benny. Probius was already done by them, right? Exodia stat. Wait, is Probius 1? Is Probius a bounty? Probius is a bounty. Okay. Probius is a bounty. Alrighty. So let me get some tap.
Now this is pod racing.
Let's go, chat. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, chat. We got ourselves a Cho'Gall. Sorry, I'm trying to find the bounty list. I'm trying to have a tab open here for ease for bounties. That's not the one I want. I want that one. Boom, boom, boom. Cool. Sorry. There we go. Just reading about the Twitch mobile sub pricing. I guess Apple and Google are giving Twitch the gears on that one. It's all worth it, Baha. Break out the whiskey. Or whatever. I got tea. I'm gonna go to the grocery store. I have no alcohol in the house because I'm trying to be a better person. Start prediction. Which team wins? Tomb of the Spider Queen. Get your gambles in. I saw Scott Johnson. He was posting about how Twitch subs are $7.99, and I was like, what? So maybe that's the mobile thing he was talking about, because I was like really confused. But yeah, that makes sense. Ish. Not really. Dino on the right-hand side for Exodia stack, playing the Vala auto attack build. We got a Yasu Uther. Kopin will be your Leoric. Hazuab's Probius. Bad Benny Varian. Honestly, it could be Twin Blades, but I doubt it. Left-hand side of the map, we've got the dudes with a Swamp Grotto doing the worst dance that was ever invented in rap history because it was by Drake. Swamp Grotto playing Dahaka. We've got Blood on your Junkrat. Banana playing Lucio. And Gaftabos will be your Cho'Gall, which is Gaff and Sesabos. Playing the Cho-Engall. Right, we got one of the best skins for Cho'Gall as well. Nicely done. Enhanced agility to Haka. Tough hide. No, that's not right. Calloused hide, excuse me. Kind of same. And we've got the Eye of Kilrog upgrade with the We See You. Little shove from the Gall. Allowed Cho to be in a little safer position, but not really needed. Probius level 1 is going to be Echo Pulse. Disruption Pulse now returns to Probius 1.25 seconds after reaching its target, dealing 100% damage on the return trip. Pretty standard her level 1 for Probius. We were seeing the Warp Rift level 1 for Probius here and there, but I have not ever seen Hazuab's Probius, so this will be very interesting. I might have to start mailing cash to my streamers at this rate. My P.O. box is below. Yeah, Canadian Post is notoriously bad, from my understanding. Bad Benny over the wall, but he's just gonna round on out. No big deal. No one freeing Harrison Jones? No one, of course, freeing Harrison Jones. Of course. Oh, Dahaka! Vala takes down the Junkrat on the top lane, but here's the Brush Tuck in from Dahaka. Probius goes down! Leoric is not gonna be able to do anything. He was doing the Wraith Walk thing through the enemies like he had 13, 16 ominous Wraith Row focus. It honestly looked like that. Maybe I missaw, but it really did look like Leorc was just like trying to reduce the damage, and maybe he realizes like, oh, right, I don't have 13. What am I doing? Stun from Uther. Little sound. To be honest, Crush, I'm so happy that your painting had no issues getting to you. I think your like, I've shipped a painting to the UK. I had zero worry about that making it perfectly fine. I was more worried about shipping a painting to Canada, because I don't trust the Canadian post. No one saw that, everybody. No one saw Cho'Gall die in mid lane. No one saw that. Exodia stack with their Probius is still trying to hold things in bottom. How's our gamble looking? 13,900 to 23,900. All right, we got some bigger odds this time. We got some Cho'Gall believers in chat. Like to see it. Uppercut for our Cho. Well, hitting enemy heroes with the Surging Fist deals additional damage to the hero to heroes equal to 5% of their max health. It reduces the cooldown of Surging Fist by 5 seconds. Top lane, taunt from Varian. Big burst damage onto Lucio. He does go down. Dahaka brush stalks in, looking to make something happen. Surging Fist in. They're trying to take down Dino to reduce some of those stacks on the Gambit, but it ain't working out right now, and Cho'Gall needs a little shove to get away a little bit faster. Varian charges in. No taunt available for 1 second at that time, as it just came off a cooldown. And here is your Cho'Gall clearing top. We've got Probius checking in bottom. Swamp Grotto with 20 gems currently in his pocket. Looks for the channel, sees the Leorc, starts wiggling his way down to bottom. It is enhanced agility level 1 for the Dahaka. Berry Paw gets up on the wall. Ah, man, like, it makes me really happy to see people getting paintings. At first, I was like, there's a quote from one of my favorite artists from Romania, Shozo Margrit. I have a couple of her pieces of art in my house, and she's semi-famous. But I remember when I went one time, because I would always, whenever I visited Romania, I would go have a drink. Like my mom, dad, and I would go to her apartment. We'd have a drink, and she'd show us her art, and then we would try and buy some. And at one point, she was like, "I'm getting old, and I'm having difficulty parting with my children," as she called them. And so when I first did paintings, like I got that feeling. Like at first, I was like, I never understood that. But then as I started doing paintings, something that's not easily replicated like a photo that you can just reprint at Costco or whatever, I was like, I get it. Like, they're like your little babies. You don't want to just give them away. But now I'm at this point where I'm like, all right, all right. I'm slowly like, okay, I can give away this painting or that one, sell this one here and there. Unfortunately, the brewery has not been successful in selling any paintings, so that's a bummer, but oh well. Oh well. Well, we've got ourselves some red web weavers descending on the right-hand side. Exodia stack wants to push in and find some permanent damage on these structures. No 10 talent here on either side, but of course, as I mentioned, we cycle through those numbers. Dino vaults forward, little auto multi-shot going out. Bad Benny maybe caught in the rotation up to mid. Nice sound wave from Lucio. Bad Benny! The rune orb, or the runic bomb, excuse me, will go out and take the kill. Ooh. Vala and friends almost take down Cho'Gall. I'm really worried about Manticore level 16. I mean, Dino's already chunking into this Cho'Gall. We'll see how Manticore really chunks into Cho'Gall around 16. But also keep in mind, at level 16, that's kind of where Cho'Gall starts to really pop off, so. Dahaka pushing back bottom. It's kind of a game of trying to keep this going for a while. I mean, Cho'Gall is great late game. Early game, it's not horrible, but it's not as good as his scaling really starts to work out towards that 16 area. Yes, bid 10, which I didn't look yesterday, but we still don't have a bid on that, so. If you want a painting. I think Dahaka's dead. Yes. But the blue web weavers will be summoned by Gaffabos. And 10 talent tiers are here for both sides. We have got the Pylon Overcharge, Rain of Destruction, or Rain of Vengeance, Charge for Varian, Riptire out of the Junkrat, Divine Shield, and Entomb from Leorc. The Twisting Nether from Cho'Gall is activated. They're getting Bad Benny a little bit low. The camp does go over to the side of the dudes as the Pylon Overcharge is activated. Banana inside this Entomb. Bad Benny's so very low. Swamp Grotto with the flank. High five from Lucio over to the Junkrat. A little bit of healing. Surging Fist in. Big surging. Okay. Big Surging Fist in. Wonderful damage coming through. Bad Benny, he's going to be able to hearth out on that little hallway on the left-hand side, but can they take down Yasu or Hazuops? Can they find something here? Isolation was onto Dino, and I didn't see Dino below the talent bar right there. This is an absolute massacre for the side of the dudes. They needed this. They needed to bolster their experience. They need to open up the map, as they will guarantee mid lane fort with that camp that was already pushing before the Web Weavers got here. This Junkrat in top lane is going to harass Bad Benny, I think, a little bit. Charge. Oh, wow. I thought Bad Benny was going to get hit with those Chattering Teeth, but he's just out of range of them. Meanwhile, Cho'Gall's rotating up. Dahaka gets the bottom lane fort, top lane fort around 50%. They want this to be a triple fort phase, as I do see Cho'Gall coming through. Webweaver wave is done. Tower shots into Cho'Gall. High-fived away by Lucio. Concussion mine onto Bad Benny. He made a mistake trying to step up to the one, the only, the big bad Cho'Gall. But no, he doesn't go down. Just kidding. He's going to go down to the Riptire. 6-5 in kills. His Surging Fist in. Twisting Nether activated. And Cho'Gall, or at least Cho, decides better of it stepping up. Oh no, he goes in. They activate at the last second. They got a little bit of damage to the Dino. A stun from Uther. And the top lane fort, around 25%. Less than that. Now that the runic bombs are coming in, we've got some arcane orbs as well. Shadow orbs and shadow flares. Stun from Uther to start things out. The Chattering Teeth chasing Dino around. And they decide to give up top lane fort. They give up the ghost, and that'll be it. Actually, on that note, what is, I've used that phrase here and there, but does anyone have a copy pasta of the meaning for me? Surging Fist into Twilight Hammer, the Entomb from Lior coming out, Divine Shield on Davala, she's just gonna rain in auto attacks. Molten Block from Cho'Gall denies a bit of CC. Pylon Overcharge activated, Cho'Gall trying to get out of here. Throws the Runic Bomb back, Fall of Volts forward! And Cho'Gall goes down a little. I really wasn't sure what they were attempting there with such little HP. I don't know. That call seemed really weird to me. But either way, it doesn't matter. We're casting, they're playing, and we're watching. As Dahaka tries to deny the turn, and he's going to get a good drag onto this Leoric, who gets bopped with a King. Oh, wait, hold on. Another drag. Where's the damage to come through? Riptire from Junkrat. They can't take down Yasu. They cannot punish him for trying to get that. Meanwhile, Dino still running in a square here, just able to get boss. This is looking like boss plus Webweaver will not happen. Well, maybe. Well, 40 on Hazuops. Junkrat can kind of delay. Yeah, it looks like this is given, though. Dahaka's in bottom lane, pushing back the wave. Okay, so Bloss plus Webweavers. Boss plus Webweavers going to be moving into top lane. Vala's waiting for the wave here. I think just playing it safe. Taunt from Varian. Concussion Mine underneath. High five from Lucio to get a little extra healing in. Big belief in the Cho'Gall composition here. Can't blame you. If I was able to vote in my own, if I was able to gamble on my own Twitch channel, I would have put in a dumb amount of points. That was my rule for CCL. If there was a Cho'Gall, I all in with the CCL channel points, and I had a lot. And I think I lost them all immediately, too. Alright. Arcane Orb is thrown out here. It's a little experience advantage to the left-hand side for the dudes, but I think that's going to be going away quite quickly. Dahaka not showing in lane. And he is going to be showing now as he did pop out of that bush. Top lane Webweaver and Boss cleared away. Webweaver in bottom lane fairly healthy, pushing up with Hazuops. In mid lane, things are cleared away. Forts are down across the board. No keeps, I think, should be lost here. And Tomb from Leoric is attempted to lock Cho'Gall out, but he's able to wiggle past the side of that through the gate. Speaking of gates, the keep front gates are fairly healthy still. Not a ton lost, realistically, from this Boss plus Webweaver push. I was really expecting Exodia stack to get way more off of this, but now we're looking at a 16 talent tier advantage coming in for the dudes. Exodia stack will get Siege Giants on bottom lane. Don't think that'll be invaded. I will point out, though, the dudes have more than enough for a turn-in. And looks like the vast majority is on the Junkrat. Lucio gonna get 6 more in. Even with Cho'Gall here, that's not enough. That's 40, 50. Oh, yeah, 49. I did have the math right, and then I doubted myself. What's new? You do have that level 16 with the leaden orb as well. You also have the frenzied fists for the Cho'Gall. Elongated tongue. You're going to be seeing the Rejuvenistia, as well as the spread volley on our Junkrat. Right side, 16s. Mithril Mace, Manticore. Oh, and that's a good charge. That's a good taunt. Concussion Mine. Twisting Nether is activated. Wraithwalk from Leoric. He didn't go Ominous Wraith or Royal Focus, as he did go into Spectral Leech and Mithril Mace. Benediction for our Uther. Banner Dalaran. We also will be seeing the Interference. Alright, 5 from Lucio. Nice Twilight Hammer. Dino caught in the corner. Oh, good. What is that? Divine Shield. Molten Block? What?
How quickly the tide turns.
I can't believe it. I can't believe Dino lives there. Really good Yasuo. Really good Yasuo Divine Shield. And keep in mind, Divine Shield has not got a crazy good range. Like, it's a very short range for cast of Divine Shield. Actually, it's not that short. It's not that short. Oh, you know what I'm thinking of? Bulwark of Light. The area of effect of that is small. No, Divine Shield actually has a decent range on it if you really look at it. My bad. That's crazy good. Indeed. How you doing, Kaladin? Red Web Weavers to descend. Boss was still down for another 40+ seconds. Drag with the elongated tongue. Vala throws in a hungering arrow. Variant answers back with a taunt, but here comes Cho'Gall with the flank. No Divine Shield available this time. And Vala does go down. Cho'Gall with the surging fist onto Bad Benny. The entomb from Leoric. The charge to the ally. But I don't think they have enough space created. Twilight Hammer. Got the leaden orbs for the 0.5 stun. 0.25 stun, actually, I think, right? Oh, 0.75 stun. All the numbers with the right one. 41 Mithril Mace stacks, but yeah, that's Vala's. I believe that's her second death. Yeah. So she's down to 15% Gambit. Wonderfully done. Like, absolutely like, wow. Okay. I really think the dudes needed that flank kill, and that was beautifully executed. Boss is up. Vala's respawned. In bottom lane, Siege Giants are coming through. Rotation up towards mid. It's the race to level 20. 2 gems needed for a turn on the left-hand side. About 40 gems needed on the right. Drag attempted. None to be found. As I mentioned, Elongated Tongue does have the Feeding Frenzy, but no autos are happening, so no cooldown is active, or no cooldown to be used. Looks like Dahaka hearthed out completely. He's going to go to bottom lane and manage things up against Hazuab's Split Push. And speaking of Hazuab's Split Push, that is nearing the 20 a little bit faster, so the dudes will back away. Keep in mind, this is a best-of-3 series. Winner of this series goes to the grand final. Loser takes 5 points for the standings. And Exodia stack, they missed a week due to I believe they just they couldn't fulfill their roster or whatever. Like, I think people were busy with work and whatever. And then Saturday they got bodied. Like, they got knocked out in the quarterfinals and only got 2 points. So Exodia stack, they need a first place today. And even then, even a first place won't guarantee them jumping up to first place in the standings. Now they're still in the qualifying sort of section for the Murky Cup. Top 6 of this will go into the playoffs, I believe, next weekend. This weekend is the last one on Saturday. Qualifier, I mean. Entomb from Leoric. The Twisted Nether was activated. It is level 20s with the Mixing Fire, Isolation, Contagion. We do have the Hour and Twilight as well as the Twilight Frenzy, but hold on. Riptire from Junkrat with the extra oomph. 25 seconds off of the 75-second cooldown per enemy hero hit, so you want to hit 3. Pylon Overcharge upgrade. Construct additional pylons. Porbius can now have up to 3 active pylons and increase the damage of pylon overcharge by 25%. Vala with the Farflight Quiver. Redemption Uther. Buried Alive and Banner Glory to the Alliance for our variant. Web Weavers are available. Dahaka's going to push things out in mid. They still need 9. Nope, they need 7. Math is hard. They need 7 gems to turn in. And Dahaka, I mean, he's picking up a few here. He's got 3 off that wave. He's actually going to get a few more on top. He actually might have enough after that top lane wave. Yeah, he does. Dahaka can sneak the turn in, and that'll force back the enemies. But of course, I think they were just looking for a keep in bottom, and absolutely they get it. This will be Exodia stack with the first major structure down. But as I mentioned, Dahako's pushing mid and top up, so these Web Weavers are going to be pushing up near the forts. Oh, they're going fishing for Swamp Grotto here. Misses the drag, goes for the immediate burrow, uses Lurker Straying knockback to be able to clear some distance away from the enemies. As we pull away the talents really quickly so we can see the screen a little bit better. Entomb buried alive onto the Cho'Gall. Twisting Nether activated, and Cho'Gall takes flight across the map as the Mithril Mace will be finished out, and Cho'Gall will not be having his gems picked up. But, you do have the Hour of Twilight from Cho, which means 50% decreased death timer. It's already on 17 seconds. Rain of Vengeance not catching the heel of this Junkrat as he's able to concussion mine away, but these Web Weavers will find no value. These Web Weavers will have no value at all. Here's the issue. That's enough gems for a turn-in on the right-hand side. The clutch will open up in 7 seconds. Cho'Gall and friends are back. They're going to check the north side. Ooh, Dahaka knows that the enemy's around over here. No, not like this. Oh, they can't even step up into him. He's fine. Never mind. Bad Benny gets a turn-in. Kopin's got a good chunk of them. I think Hazuab's as well. Yeah, 21 on Hazuab's, 20-something on the Kopin here. As they're looking for Bad Benny in the engagement. The isolation, shy of Lucio, or shy of Vala. Dahaka waiting in the bush. There's a steel trap, finds the variant. The drag will connect as well. Rain of Vengeance out from Vala. High five from Lucio. 150th stack from Vala picked up. She's died twice, 3 times? Twice, so she's down to 15% Gambit still. Mid lane camp pushing up a bit. Double warp rifts there just to zone back the enemies. Yasu with the last bit of a turn-in. And red Web Weavers do descend to the right-hand side Exodia stack. What value will they bring with this? Let's see. Is this a game-winning push? Or will it be cleared away after a massive fight? Dahaka's able to burrow after the Buried Alive expires. The Pylon Overcharge activated, which is just cool. Let's run away. Extra Oomph was grabbed at level 20, and I feel like I've not seen many Junkrats post level 20. Vala starts autoing onto the core immediately, trying to pull the attention from the wave clear mid and top, so that way they can get some shielding damage here and also maybe take down those keeps. That's going to be a Twisted Nether from the Cho'Gall activated. Looking at Leoric, but they really want to make sure that this core is going to be cleared out. And yeah, they'll lose some damage on the core, but they want to find some kills here. Can some be found? Vala Farflight Quiver is just chasing down Cho'Gall. He has to activate the Molten Block for a half second to be able to kind of break away from all of this. Keep in mid is getting low. The Web Weaver as well. Top lane Keep extremely low with a great wave behind it. It's looking like Exodia stack are going to punch their ticket to the grand finals of this Murky Cup qualifier. As I mentioned, they really needed it, but 81% on the core. Varian charges in. Leoric was able to Wraith Walk away. Cho'Gall surging fist in. No slow from Leoric. A Twilight Hammer pushes back the enemies. Vala with her 200th stack right there. Web Weavers have been completely cleared away, but so have all structures outside of the core of the dudes. 77% remains. The shielding is starting to come back. A drag attempt from Dahaka as Bad Benny gives a little kiss back into him. Vala vaults around. Lucio pushes off, and he immediately gets punished for it. Misses the heavy caster stun. And from level 13, Cho and Gall are dead. Lucio falls. That's a taunt from Varian. Junkrat dead midair from the Pylon Overcharge as Swamp Grotto is able to back away and save his KDA, but this is going to be Exodia stack with the 2-0. GG, well played.